I just got off a call with a client and now I need to plan a voyage. This is my job.
Ahoy hoy, I am Captain Boomies. I get paid to move boats. The fun part of the job is getting on the helm and driving a boat, but there's more to it than that. A lot more. In this video, I'm going to take you through the prep work I do when estimating a boat delivery job for a client.
No, I'm not going to do it from the truck. We're going to go home and use a computer for all the planning.
Let me tell you a little about this delivery. These are my favorite types of deliveries because it involves a big ship and big cranes, and when they finish transporting the little boat, you get to peel the protective plastic off like unwrapping a present. A lot of folks ask me how I manage to get the really cool boat jobs, like these funky new vessel offloads. And to them, I tell them years of working for other captains and owners and having impeccable references and really good relationships with marine industry folk. Plus, I have an impossibly flexible schedule. This delivery alone has moved by 8 days due to holdups on offloads at their New York stop. So, you have to be extremely flexible. The way I'm able to be so flexible is that I own a land-based business. And that's why today's video is sponsored by me. Yes. Okay, get ready to skip ahead on my advertisement. But if you want to support me and hear me out, stay tuned. I own a boutique hair salon in Baltimore with my brilliant sailor sister, who's been a curly hair expert for 20 years, and we just launched a product. This is her. It's Windward Curl, and I'm so proud of this product. It's fantastic for curly hair and an absolute must if I'm trying to combat frizz. I'm obsessed with this product. I'm obsessed with its cute nautical details. And if you want to buy a bottle just to support me, please do. It means that I can sponsor my own videos going forward and, actually get paying myself for making these. That'd be cool. Come on, buy a bottle. Give it to a friend. Put it on a shelf just because it's so pretty. Wow. Links. There's links in the description. Go buy one. The first thing I'm gonna do is look up some details of this yacht. Here she is, the Serena Yachts 48. It is a brand new build coming from Turkey, and she was put on a ship, the Mukadi al-Kakalaba. I don't remember. And then shipped across the Atlantic to Norfolk with a detour in New York. I'm told that she's going to be in 100% operating shape, and I just have to take the shrink wrap off. We'll see. Blah, blah, blah. She's very pretty. Yeah. Oh, there she is again. Where are the specs? I need her draft and I need her cruising speed. I'll need the rest of the information later, like tankage, but for now, this is it. So max draft is 3 foot 5 inches. Can do. That's very little. I'm not too worried. And then her max speed, 24 knots, and her cruising speed, 16 knots. Okay, I can work with that. Now I'm going to read through the details sent to me by the ship agent. The ship agent is the person who helps coordinate the logistics in port for a ship or shipper. Usually they handle things like customs paperwork or hiring of tugs and pilots, or letting folks like me know when I can get my grabbers on those yachts. Okay, and she's going to NIT, Norfolk International Terminals. That's an important detail to note because there's a lot of terminals in Norfolk and I wasn't entirely sure which one I'm going to be going to. There's additional details that become important based on the terminal, and I happen to know that at Norfolk International Terminals, I need to have a launch take me to the vessel. I'm allowed to get on board and do some preliminary inspection and prep, but then I have to get off the ship and take a boat to my boat. No, I don't know why. Let me show you where Norfolk International Terminal is. Here's Norfolk. Get some satellite action. Yeah, this is probably about where I'm gonna be picking her up from. Not 100% sure on that though. Now that I have the basics, it's time to plot this bad boy. And for this, I'm gonna use Argo Navigation. I used to use Navionics and their web application, which was great. But they got bought by Garmin, and I have all the hate in my heart that they took away this feature. I'm gonna make some serious enemies. In the meantime, I did some hunting around to try to find another web-based application that would let me do plotting, because I'm trying to go back and forth with filling in my documentation for the client and knowing things like where there's going to be fuel and what my options are for berthing along the way. I need to have lots of options open, and it's a lot easier to do it on a desktop. Navionics doesn't let you do it on a desktop anymore. You have to use the app. And the app is terrible for planning. There are other services out there that will let you download a bunch of software to your own computer and all the charts, and then you can do it offline, but they cost hundreds of dollars. So instead, Argo, for 20 bucks a year, will let you do it in the web application. I'm going to show you how. So first thing we need is that Norfolk International Terminal, which is right here. So I'm going to do a route. I'm going to start it. Yeah, sure, we'll go from there. And end up here in Baltimore. What is it telling me? It's telling me that it's gonna be 146 nautical miles. That sounds about right. And it thinks it's gonna take me 12 hours. I wonder what boat information I have loaded in here. I should probably edit that. Yeah, let's edit the boat information. I have a draft of 5, that's great. I have an average speed of 12 knots. Let's make it 16. Okay, what have I done now? Great, 9 hours and 11 minutes. But I do have to stop and get fuel. So that's next. Let's figure out where the fuel docks are in Norfolk.
For this, I'm gonna use Argo Navigation again because they have this handy dandy fuel button.
And it's gonna pop up all of my fuel options. It looks like this one's on my way, so let's have a peek. Where does it, does she have fuel? Uh-oh. You know what, let's do a quick search for fuel. Relocation and replacement of fuel dock to a more easily accessible and secure location. When did they do this? A list of improvements. Oh, it's being done. So they may not have a fuel dock for me right there, so I need a backup. This is why having multiple tabs to do this on a desktop is so valuable. So let's take a look at what my other fuel options are. Okay, Salt Ponds Marina Resort fuel dock. Our floating fuel dock, easy access along the channel and multiple dispensers and diesel. Perfect. Okay, so this one goes into my save list of places that are an option. All pretty basic stuff. Now we need to talk about some insider knowledge. At NIT, Norfolk International Terminals, you are not allowed to climb down the ladder to get onto the yacht that's been offloaded. You have to take a launch from shore to that boat. And you have to schedule it with a company that is allowed to get close to these large cargo vessels. So that means calling the Cape Henry launch. Hey there, Cape Henry launch. How much is it going to be to do the something Kavanara? Can you send me a quote? Yeah, 2 hours about. Okay. Let me add that number into my estimate. Thanks. Now I need to figure out the logistics of getting to Norfolk. I happen to know that the train is a pretty good option coming from Baltimore, so that's what I'm going to use. Plus, it's pretty cost effective. However, it does mean that I'm going to have to get there the night before and add a hotel onto the cost of this total delivery. All of this is going to get worked into the quote that I send to the client. I also have documentation that I send them in order to be put on the insurance for the vessel as a temporary delivery captain so that it doesn't hit my insurance should something go wrong. Yes, I do carry additional insurance on my license and business, but if something happens with the vessel, you want their insurance involved. All that gibberty blue gets worked into a quote to the client, and if they say yes, the next thing I start doing is pathetically watching marine traffic to see where the Mukaddes Kalkovan is. Oh yeah, there she goes. And checking the weather. A lot. And planning how many layers I'm gonna need because it's so cold. Oh, I need a delivery down south next. That'd be good. If you want to see the actual delivery part of this delivery, tell me about it in the comments. If you want to know more about passage planning, there are some more details to this that I could go into. Hit me up. Talk to me in the comments. Algorithm stuff. And I'm gonna feel proud of myself for getting a video out. Buy it. Product. Stuff. Yeah. Did I mention how good it smells? Not girly, like, yeah. Obsessed.